Hey everybody, how's it going? So, I'm so happy because I kept saying for the longest time that, like, when you're building a social media platform or just anything, almost in general, community is the most important thing. And so that's why I'm so, like, thankful beyond words for everybody who's left me comments and has subscribed to my channel. I feel like if I distract myself with other things and other hobbies and whatnot that's going on, I am not tied to checking my YouTube analytics very often. The only reason why I have, YouTube Studio downloaded on my phone is to make sure that I am responding to everybody's comments when I see them and when I get them in. That way I can, spread the love and, just make sure everybody knows that I'm here. If you leave me any sort of comment, I'm going to do my best to respond in any way that I can. And that's the best thing ever. Like, I'm so freaking just grateful beyond words to everybody who subscribed and who watched all of my videos. And not only that, but to the people that to the people that feel inspired by anything that I put out there, and that just feel like they can do YouTube and, like, actually kind of kick ass at it. I think that's I could keep saying it, but that's the most amazing feeling, is to know that the content that I'm making is actually helping other people. But that aside, I just wanted to come on and say that, like, you literally have everything that you need to get on this app. You have everything that you need to do anything that you want to do, YouTube or not. And I'm going to keep saying that because I feel like a lot of people need to hear that. Time goes by and we might not get the recognition that we would like to receive. We might not get uplifted when we really need to, but I'm here for anybody that needs a sign, and for anyone that needs that push to say that you've got it. Whatever you're trying to do, whether it's YouTube or anything else, you got it. I'm sorry if I somehow end up repeating myself, but I mean, uplifting not only yourself but other people is very important, especially on an app like this where things are very algorithm heavy and you have to do certain things to get the attention of the algorithm so that way your content can get pushed out. But I know it can be hard. It can be very hard. Of course, like I said before, I still have my days where I feel absolutely down. I feel like, whatever it is that I'm doing is pointless, YouTube included. But that's why community is so important. I feel a good push to put out whatever content that I can, as much as content that I can, because it's very inspiring, not just to other people, but to me as well, to be here and, give some sort of inspiration to anybody that needs it. And I don't know why I feel called to say again and to reiterate, whatever camera you have is fine. I feel like the videos that I filmed before we got a little bit more snow, when it was nighttime outside, I feel like YouTube might not have liked the darkness of the video. Like, it was very dark because it was nighttime, and so I maybe have a theory that those videos didn't really get pushed out because of that. Maybe, I don't know, I could be wrong. I know a big thing on YouTube is, like, as long as people can hear you clearly, that's usually something that people focus on. But I think, like, if your YouTube videos kind of look a little bit not super visible in terms of, I don't want to say cinematography because that's a bit much, but if your video is on the darker side in terms of, like, the color of the video or whatever, that's the simplest way I can put it. I'm not sure if YouTube really likes that. I could just be rambling and, just throwing random things at the wall here. And that's another thing I said I was going to do, was play around with my titles, because if you get low views and you want more views, you know, that's normal to totally want more views. You could play around with your titles and everything, and that's what I still need to do. But going back to what I wanted to say, which is the main, I guess, theme of the video, is that you have everything that you need to start YouTube, right? You have everything that you need. You have your phone, which is a good enough camera, right? If you or someone like me who will invest in cameras because you know it's something that you're genuinely into and that you will get use out of, if you went out and bought a camera, that's completely fine. Even still, I'm using my iPhone. That's all I've been using on this channel, and that hasn't failed me at all. I don't think it ever will. So never feel bad for using your phone, even if you have like an Android. I'm sorry I'm laughing a little bit, but don't feel bad about that either. Whatever camera you have that works, if it looks good, sounds great, go ahead, make a video and post it. The other side of that is, I feel like if you're also like me and you don't want to niche down, which niching can be very hard, and I still need to make a video specifically about that, but if you're someone who isn't into niching down, I feel like keeping your video ideas, I don't want to say video ideas, I feel like if you want to keep the goal of your channel open-ended, that is a good option for you to look into. And what I mean by that is, make a goal for your channel. What is the purpose of your channel, right? I change my goals all of the time, but I think for this channel specifically, it's more so about helping other people and uplifting other people as well as myself, you know. And affirmations, these are affirmations. I can do it, you can do it, everybody can do absolutely anything that they want. Like I keep saying, as long as it doesn't hurt yourself or other people, pursue it, especially if it makes you happy. But this is the goal for this channel, right? So that makes it a little bit easier for me to sit on, you know, some ideas that I want to do. I have like 52 or 53 video titles and things that I want to talk about on this channel. And so I have plenty of ideas to go off of because I have a goal for this channel, as opposed to a niche, where a niche is very boxy. And I don't like boxes. I don't like to put myself in a box. We're all multifaceted human beings. We're into multiple things, you know. I've said it before on a different channel, but I was like, you know, if I could pick one thing and settle on it, like, for example, I'm a chef. I'm into food. I'm into cooking. I could build a whole channel around that one thing. That makes life so much easier. But if you're into a lot of different things and you don't know what to settle on, I can, on the other side, see how that would be very confusing for the YouTube algorithm, especially if the video and the content is not tailored to be something universal that'll benefit other people. I can definitely see how that gets a little bit iffy when it comes to getting your content pushed out. But that's why I'm just like, if you figure out a goal for your channel, that may fare a little bit well, or a bit more well, with the algorithm, right? So, like I was saying before, I had started doing fashion content a few years ago on YouTube, and there wasn't really a goal there. Like, I found the niche, but if you're just stuck on a niche, it's like, okay, well, these are the things that I'm into, right? But the people who are interested in the video, they might not be super interested in, you know, the places I shop, the clothes that I'm, you know, showing how I'm styling in my video, right? That might not be their style. And that's happened. I've watched fashion content when I was doing research back then. And even then I was doing research to see what types of videos are working, what type of editing is working, you know, how do people kind of format their videos and build around that. And in doing research, I've, found so many people whose style is very different from mine, but I still took in the information that I needed doing research. But, when you're starting out on YouTube, they push out your content to a few people, and if they're into it, then they push it out even more and even more so until you've built some views and you've probably got an audience from that video. But that's another thing with niching, is that if you don't want to keep doing the same thing in the same type of video over and over again, you're gonna get burnt out, and feeling burnt out is the worst thing. And so if YouTube is something that you seriously want to pursue, I would not recommend seriously niching down to the point where you start to run out of video ideas or YouTube just feels like a chore. It should still be something that's fun. So, yeah, when you niche down, I get that it's easier to spread your content if people are into that first initial video, because if there's something that's not really hitting with anybody who clicks on your video, then YouTube isn't going to push it out that much. And there's things that you can do, once the video's out there, depending on the video, like I keep saying, fixing the title and thumbnails and whatnot. But, if people aren't into it, they're not into it, and that's okay. That is okay. YouTube does not limit you on the number of videos that you can post, right? You can experiment as much as you want to. And that's the great thing about it, Someone left a comment saying don't delete anything, and 1000% I agree. Like, don't delete any videos that you've done, even if you consider them to not have performed in the way that you would have liked them to. Don't delete anything. Do not delete anything. You can unlist videos, but if you really think about it, there are big YouTubers on the platform who have switched niches multiple times. And if you scroll down or even organize the videos on their channel to the first set of videos that they've ever uploaded on their channel, you can see a lot of big YouTubers have changed their niche so many times, and they've done, those videos that were popular, like the what's in my bag videos and stuff like that, where it was just super, super niche down and going with the trends of the times and whatnot. And I think it's good to not delete anything on your channels, even if, the views and whatnot are pretty low. But like I said before, do not let the low views get to you. That is a part of the game. Even big YouTubers who start new, fresh channels, they experience low views because, unless they've got their name attached to it and they're like, hey, this is my second channel or whatever, then they'll probably, have that second channel blow up or whatever. But just in general, if you're starting from the bottom, it's totally normal to not get a lot of views. Instant gratification is crazy nowadays because we expect so much. And it's not necessarily your fault to expect, the numbers to be up there when you post your first 3 or so videos. Totally normal. The way that the world is working nowadays, we order something and it's there the next day or the next 2 or 3 days. Even some retail stores, they will literally mail you things in the same day or deliver things in the same day. I've had medicine, allergy medicine or something like that, delivered to my house hours after I ordered it. So yeah, instant gratification is very popular nowadays. It's something that we've become super accustomed to, but we can't forget that slow and steady is also common, and it's also very okay. Not everything happens overnight, and if you really think about it, that's a good thing. And I agree with those who say that you don't want to necessarily have your channel blow up for something that you're not really into. You know, you can make one video that you loved making, and that could be the thing that like changes your channel. You know, you wake up with like 2,000 subscribers, but you know, and your watch time is up there and you're monetized, like boom, like that. But the video that caused that is something that you didn't think to keep doing or didn't have any more ideas for. And that's why it's very important to, with every video, there's room for improvement, right? But you also want to give yourself that grace to make content that you actually care about and make content that actually matters to you, because any one of your videos can blow up if you're doing your research, if you're titling your videos correctly, if your thumbnails are, you know, passable for YouTube, you know. If you have things going like that and the algorithm picks up a video and it's done, your video's gone viral, you do want to be on that other side of, I don't mind making videos like this more often if you want to keep up that momentum. Now, if you don't, that's totally okay too. Like, it's all okay. It's all okay. You have so many options and you have so many things to play with and experiment with. It's totally fine. If you want to keep doing what makes your channel blow up, because I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. If you want to keep doing that same thing, then that's okay. If you don't, and you don't care, and you're like, y'all, that was a one-off situation, I'm glad y'all are here. I hope you know, keep watching my videos and you like the other stuff that I'm putting out, but I'm not doing that again. That's totally fine too. I'm just giving you this advice for the future because we're gonna need it, because we're gonna blow up on this app, you know? So yeah, just keep that in mind. And also, like I keep saying in the comments and my videos and everything, just keep going. Just keep going. It's time. It's time. It is. It's really time. You know, you don't have to keep consuming. You can create yourself, you know. So many people have stories to share that they don't realize are stories until they like pull out a camera and just start talking. So many people can relate to so many things that you have going on. The crazy part is, it's just a matter of titling your videos right and getting everybody's attention. But other than that, that's why it's just like, I'm glad my days of stressing out over a niche are over, because I have things to say, and so do you. And there's so much to share. Which, when it comes to sharing, if you don't want to overshare, then don't do that. I'm not too big on oversharing, but there's still a lot that you and I could say on this app, you know. Don't ever feel like you have to overshare either. You definitely don't. If you're not somebody to put your business out there like that, don't do that. Do not do that. You don't know how that could come back to you. Like, if you mind, you don't know how that could come back. But if you don't care, more power to you. More power to you, you know. I, for the longest time, felt like I had to overshare. And that's what stopped me for a little bit too. But you have so much to give, and you have so many other things to offer without divulging too much of yourself if that's not what you want to do. Just pull out the camera and start talking, and just make sure that your videos are honestly titled in the best way possible for the algorithm to pick it up. And like my thumbnails, I don't try with those, if I'm being completely honest, because I feel like for me, titles are the most important thing. But, you know, I don't want to put too much time into my thumbnails, just like I don't want to put time into editing. I just like filming and throwing videos up, because that's been cool and that's been working out. And then, you know, if you have a busy schedule, then editing might not be going too crazy in terms of time for you, which that's what I've been going through. But, you know, I've been filming and just throwing things up, and that's completely cool too. You know, whatever works for you. If you want to edit your videos, you can, but yeah, just like I was saying before though, you have everything that you need to post on this app. You have so much to share. You have so much to give. I'm not a big fan of the fact that like we have to tailor our stories and ourselves to an algorithm, but that's just how it works. That's just the game. And since it is, we've got to do our research and we've got to play the game right so we can accomplish, you know, those goals that we've set for ourselves, especially on this app. And it's totally possible. It's definitely possible. Do you know how many people have started YouTube channels and didn't keep going with them because they gave up? Are you going to be one of those people? Because I feel like you shouldn't be. I feel like you have no reason to be. Like, think about it. There's so many people who started YouTube channels that they didn't go back to. Technically, I'm talking about myself, too, with my 8 million channels that I started. But, you know, there's so many people that started one channel and never went back to it, like I said in another video. And they just gave up and stopped trying. And, you know, they only consumed on the app instead of created, which is nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, if you're trying to post on here like I am, you better do it too. Because I believe you can. I already know you can. Like, seriously, pick up your camera, start talking, start sharing, you know. I'm going to make a video about this specific thing. But over a year ago now, I thought about something that's helped me in terms of confidence in speaking. And seriously, I'm going to make a video about this, but another piece of advice before I go: speak like you are the most interesting person in the world, and that'll get you very far. So do that on this app and you will succeed. Just make sure your titles are straight. But, you know, that's just a part of the game. Like I said, I hate the fact that we have to, you know, tailor ourselves to the algorithm and whatnot, but that's just what you gotta do, honestly. But is that stopping me? No. Is that stopping you? No. So let's do it. We got this. We can do this. I'm telling you right now, we're gonna get monetized and we're gonna help so many people just have a great time on this app. Because like I said before, the smaller creators are taking over. So we got this. Let's do this. We got it.